Another overrated movie that I think exists is I might get some hate for it. Keaton Batman.
I totally agree with you.
It doesn't hold up. Like
No.
It was my favorite movie forever when I was a kid, and it doesn't hold up.
Well, at the time, everyone thought you were never going to get a better comic book movie than that, and definitely not a better Batman
ever.
movie.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Definitely not.
And Nicholson did nail Joker in a lot of ways. He was a good Joker.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad Joker.
The movie just doesn't hold up at all. But I've told you this before, but when I was a kid, and that was all I wanted for Christmas was a copy of Batman for Christmas. And Christmas morning, I had a rectangle package wrapped with my name on it, and they handed it to me. I'm all pumped, and I open it up, and it was not Batman. It was Batman the movie, starring Adam West.
Oh no!
And which I'll go ahead and throw in the underrated bin. I think that movie's way underrated because it's actually fantastic.
It's so much fun.
No, it's insanely fun, and I hadn't seen it in years.
Julie Newmar's Catwoman.
Yeah.
Julie Newmar's Catwoman. All the best. Frank Gorshin is the Riddler.
Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero is the Joker.
With his mustache, with his painted over mustache.
Burgess Meredith, the only person to play the Penguin, on that show.
And speaking of, makes me sad that Philip Seymour Hoffman will never get a shot at playing the Penguin.
Oh my God, he would have been such a good fucking Penguin.
He was such a good Penguin. But now I would be fine with that. If I had asked you as a friend, like, hey, you want to give me something for my birthday? Pick me up a copy of Batman. And instead you got me Batman the movie. Perfectly fine. 11-year-old Shane had to force that thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you for this.
Thank you.
A treasure from your childhood.
I remember that movie. I like the Batman movie.
I like the Batman movie. I used to watch it when I was a kid. So it was what it was. You can't fault moms for not knowing. Grandparents and moms, they'll get your Christmas gifts.
Yeah, they definitely will.
All the time.
I always like that movie. One thing I find really funny about that movie is, if you recall, spoiler alert for this 45-year-old movie, the plot of that movie involves all of the villains getting a submarine and trying to start a nuclear war.
Right.
That's a pretty deep movie, deep subject matter.
It is.
It's also
especially during the Cold War.
It's also the main plot of X-Men First Class.
It is almost identically the main plot for X-Men First Class.
Which is maybe one of the reasons why you've always said that you defend that movie.
I do.
And I so don't like it anyway. I'm like, I try to pretend that movie didn't happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it underrated or overrated. I think it's probably right where it needs to be. You would probably call it overrated.
I would definitely say it's overrated.
Yeah, but I think it's solid. It did some good things, and it gave us Days of the Future Past, which was probably the best X-Men movie yet.
It absolutely was, because it was the best things about the first two X-Men movies and the last two X-Men movies.
Right.
Well, the X-Men and then
First Class.
Yeah, First Class. Yeah.
And
it made X-Men 3 not happen.
Right, and it wiped out X-Men 3.
It wiped out X-Men 3.
Its entire purpose.
The only things left from X-Men 3 were the few things that were good.
Right.
Colossus is Colossus.
Yeah. And he still doesn't have a Russian accent, which I have a problem with.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I have a huge... And, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if when they said his name, they just called him Peter.
Yeah.
But even in the movie, with his American-ass accent...
Piotr.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's Piotr Maximoff.
Piotr
Rasputin.
I'm like, don't get Russian at your name.
No.
Your name was Piotr Nikolaevich Rasputin.
And dude looks the part 100%.
Totally.
But how bad of an actor do you have to be that you can't do a Russian accent? I can do a half shitty Russian accent, and I've never acted in anything.
Well, as bad of an actor as the guy who voiced Gambit on the original X-Men cartoons. That dude, it was like he heard an impression of a Cajun person. First you charge the card, then you blow it up, Shale. I guarantee. I guarantee you've never made a Cajun person. Ever.
Ever.
There's no Cajun actors.
No.
Why are there no Cajun actors?
Because you can't fucking understand.
That's what you want.
No, I know.
That's how Cajun people sound.
But what you need is an actor who can sound like they're doing Cajun, but you can still make out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Unless they're purposefully doing it a la The Waterboy. No skiliono.
Oh, don't skiliono. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun movie.
But no, I think X-Men First Class is supremely overrated. You think it's right where it needs to be? That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's not a great movie. But look, you waited a few years after the travesty that was X3.
Oh.
And then you put out a solid movie.
X3. The 9/11 of comic book movies.
Man, look, it's got competition because
Catwoman.
I've argued Catwoman, Spider-Man 3. There's bad comic book movies out there.
I just
really
you are way less cynical than I am, man. Like I'm that guy who's like, fuck this movie before it comes out, and then you're off in that. You're the voice of reason to me, Shane. You're my friend who's like, what are you talking about? That looks great. I was like, that doesn't look fucking great. Like Batfleck, but you turned me around on it. Because I was totally against Batfleck completely.
Yeah, look, whenever somebody starts bitching about Affleck playing Batman, really what I do is I name off a handful of movies that Affleck's been in. And I'm like, go watch these fucking movies.
Yeah.
And then tell me that you just 100% are like, he cannot do this.
Yeah.
And I'm not. He may suck.
Yeah.
Like, he might end up sucking. I'm not, like, 100%.
Well,
he's going to be the best ever.
Movie.
Yeah. But he absolutely has the talent and ability to not suck.
He has to be. I'm sure he'll be at least as good as Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there you go. Let's talk about that. The Schumacher Batman movies.
I hope he has a bad American Express in this movie.
Oh my god.
The American that scene, and I know
I forgot about that scene.
What happened with me with the Schumacher films is after Batman the movie came out on Blu-ray, and I purchased it and watched it. Well, not only did I, because if you have seen the movie recently, you'll totally get this. Right after I watched it, I went out and bought a label maker, and I labeled everything in my house. Like TV had a label that said TV, and light switch said light switch, because everything in Batman the movie is labeled.
And it's true.
Everything is labeled.
There's the shark repellent.
A shark repellent bat spray
in the
that has a
movie.
label. Oh god! And halfway through the movie, when Penguin sneaks in to the Batcave as whoever he was supposed to be, I don't remember, some senator or something. He sneaks into the Batcave and he dehydrates some of his goons.
Yeah.
And he needs to rehydrate them in the Batcave to overthrow Batman. And he asks Batman if he can have a drink of water. And Batman replies with, "The water dispensing unit behind you is clearly marked." As is everything in this universe. And after watching that, I ended up going back and watching the Schumacher films. And he was trying to make that movie now.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
He was trying to fund Batman.
Yeah, he was trying to have 60s Batman in the 90s. Knowing that and being older, I have a lot less disdain for those films than I did as a kid.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I hated them. Like, I wanted to walk out.
I actually stand by that Jim Carrey wasn't terrible as the Riddler.
Jim Carrey would have been a better Joker.
He would have been a way better Joker.
He would have been an amazing Joker.
Yeah.
And slightly off subject, just because it's in my brain, Jim Carrey should have played Freddy Krueger in the remake.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, Jim Carrey would have been an amazing Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
They were missing the "I'm gonna get in your head and fuck with you" from the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, which is what makes Freddy Freddy.
He was just the scary monster guy.
Have you seen Neighbors?
No, I've
Seth
actually
Rogen and
started watching Neighbors several times.
Yeah, I like Neighbors.
Yeah.
It's not the best Rogen movie, but
I'm
it's really
not
good.
dissing it. I just haven't watched it for
But there's a phenomenal scene in that movie where Rogen and was it Zac Efron are sitting outside. They're drunk. They just had a party. They're hammered, and Rogen looks at Efron and he's like, "Who's your Batman?" And he's like, "Christian Bale." He's like, Michael Keaton." And he's like, Keaton's all like, "I'm Batman." And then Zac Efron goes, "No, it's, I'm Batman." And they just go back and forth. "I'm Batman. I'm Batman." What has Ray got himself into this time?
Oh, my goodness.
Full giant full color pinup inside.
Look at this, just for the real Ghostbusters. The real Ghostbusters. Oh shit!
Tiger
Tiger
handheld double dragon.
The coolest thing about having, I actually have a term I've used. I think you've heard me use this before. Throwaway comics.
Yeah.
What I mean is, you have the comics you collect, and then you have the ones that are sitting in a box that don't have a backing board.
Oh God.
Oh Ray.
Oh Ray.
Look, show the camera. Oh Ray.
Real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters. Are they ghost gators?
I don't know. They have red eyes, but I feel like...
Are they possessed?
There's some kind of tentacle things going on there, though.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, what is...
Oh, you got to read the issue to find out.
Oh, my gosh.
You got to read the issue to find out. That's how they get you.
That's how they
get you. Like here, I don't need to read this. The X-Men are about to get into some shit.
Yeah,
they are about to fight. Look, I know what's going
Wolverine,
on.
Archangel. Yeah.
And Smooth Iceman and Chunky.
Yeah.
you have Creamy and Chunky Iceman on the cover. So that's always good.
Well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just go through here for a second.
Well, we can. Well, and yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a neat cover, though. You've got the old school, the first class, if you will.
You mean the actual first class?
Of the
Not
Xavier
the one from the
Institute.
movie.
Right.
Sorry, I was confused. Like, if I wasn't a fanboy and I saw the movie, I would think that several of those Grant Morrison creations were original members of the X-Men.
No, they're not.
Wait a minute, they're not.
They're not. But, none of these incarnations of the X-Men. And why is Wolverine on here? He's the only one.
Because it's an X-Men comic.
It's an X-Men comic in '93.
They wanted it to sell. You put Wolverine on it.
You put Wolverine on it.
Sure.
If you want to sell, you put a Wolverine on it. If you want to sell, you put a Wolverine on it.
I really want to see Hugh Jackman in the mask.
100%.
The hair, the hair practical mask.
That would be fantastic. And I feel like if he does win his bid to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think we'll get it to a degree, man.
I can see that.
We'll probably get the shorter wings on the eyes. But
was it you or Dual fucking Aldridge, who's an amazing comic, or Scott Eason, who did the bit about how Wolverine has a mask specifically designed not to mess up his hair?
No, that sounds like Dual.
I think that's a Dual fucking Aldridge bit.
Yeah. Apologies to Scott if it's Scott, but that sounds like Dual.
Yeah. And that's a compliment to Scott if it is Scott.
Right.
And it's also a compliment to Dual if it's Scott, but it's not you, right?
Right. No,
Process of elimination. One of you guys is a genius.
Yeah. It's a coin flip.
You're both geniuses, but that is really brilliant. Because it's true. Everyone's been thinking of that for years.
100% true.
His mask looks like his hair.
It does.
Wolverine's hair is set up so that way he doesn't have to have a mask and you know he's Wolverine.
And you still know he's Wolverine.
He's Wolverine. I'm really glad that they went a little more so with the hair. They've really played up the hair a little more in the recent X-Men movies.
I agree.
Where he has the iconic Wolverine hair.
Yeah, I agree.
And it doesn't look stupid.
Look, and they let him drop the F-bomb in First Class.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, which was a huge, fuck off.
Fuck off.
And I wish he would have said bub at that moment.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he doesn't say bub nearly enough.
He doesn't say bub. No, not nearly enough.
Not nearly enough bub.
He throws it out every once in a while, but not nearly enough bubs.
Okay, you know what we haven't touched on? Origins. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I feel like everyone hates that movie, and it's overrated.
Yeah, it's everyone hates it,
and it's still overrated.
Still overrated.
That movie is garbage. Do you know the movie was leaked before it came out in theaters?
I remember that without all the
CG done.
Yeah, I know.
And that is the only value that movie has, is watching it, where there's a fantastic scene where Wolverine and Sabretooth are fighting. Oh, and by the way, your boy as Sabretooth, what's his fucking name?
Liev Schreiber?
Yes, Liev Schreiber. Yeah. I thought he was a good Sabretooth.
I disagree with you.
Yeah, but we won't get into that at this moment. But I think he was good. Now, new guy's better.
Totally.
Yeah, new guy's better. But I thought he was good. But in any event, there's this great scene. They're fighting like on a freeway, and there's this log truck, and it's barreling at them. And right when Wolverine turns and looks and sees it's about to hit him, you cut to like 90s base model CG model figure, like bare, no layers at all on him, of this body tumbling over this 18-wheeler and landing on the other side. And when he lands, cut to film footage, Hugh Jackman, right? And it's brilliant. Like,
it's really great.
That should be the movie they released.
No, that would have been better.
It would have been much better.
They're like, he has a whole bunch of powers we didn't even know about.
Every once in a while, I'll still watch that leak.
He just changed. He just changed reality.
Changed reality.
He must be the Scarlet Witch.
He turned himself into a crash test dummy to avoid being hurt, which is a power very few people know Wolverine possesses.
That's honestly, I think that's something we need to touch on. I'm not endorsing pirating movies. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not endorsing that. I am saying this, hypothetically speaking, to the fanboys out there that are still funding people that should probably be boycotted.
Right.
So they don't give them any more money. If they don't make money, they can't make these movies anymore. I'm not saying to pirate it, but if you really need to watch the movie, I'm sure you have a friend that pirated it.
There's someone. There are always ways. There are always ways.
You can see them. What I'm saying is you'll see the movie. You don't have to see it right now.
No,
you can see it later.
Redbox it, if nothing else.
Redbox, yeah, dude.
Spend
they don't get
$1.
any money off Redbox.
Yeah, spend $1, and they get the $60 or whatever they charge these companies to buy movies for rental.
Yeah,
but that's it. And
pretty much.
Yeah,
that's about right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, those movies are garbage.
That's a thought I've had for a while. Yeah. Like I just like it. I keep hearing that logic. Why did you see, like, it bothers me when people see a movie like X-Men Origins Wolverine when you know how bad it is. Like,
you know how bad it's going to be.
Why would you see that? Why would you pay money to see that? You gave them money.
And it will be a flop. But when Fantastic Four comes out,
yeah,
it will have 10 to 12 million opening weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a flop.
As a flop.
How?
Because fanboys will still fucking go see it.
But why? So they can bitch about it. Is the other problem? Is they keep these movies churned out because they want to go see them so they can bitch about them.
Yeah.
Which is mildly ironic that I'm saying this as we've just done an entire show bitching about movies that we thought were overrated.
That's totally true.
But I did not see them in theaters, at least.
I did not spend money to see. I spent money to see Origins, and I kicked myself for it, and that's when I started thinking about this. And you want to know something? I haven't seen it. I might watch it on DVD or something if a friend has it passively. I'd like to see it sometime. I haven't seen the Wolverine.
I haven't either. I hear it's better than Origins. It couldn't be worse.
But it's still not very good.
I can't imagine it's very good.
I've heard it's not very good. I heard that they did the Silver Samurai all fucked up.
Yeah. I saw what he looked like, and I was like, that's dumb.
That's dumb. I'm not going to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't.
And so I stayed away, even though I really like the, generally in the comics, I love the Wolverine Japan stories. Yeah. I really dig them.
It's the Frank Miller shit.
Yeah. And I was excited that they were at least exploring that.
Yeah.
But then they just clusterfucked it, as they tend to do.
Yep.
And so I haven't seen it yet. I started it one night, but it was kind of like, I'm going to sleep, I'll throw this on. And I was asleep before any of the plot got rolling. So what's first up is Age of Ultron.
All right, here we go. So, so what we're about to do here, close out the show.
Yeah.
Is we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the release dates of the upcoming comic book movies for the next few years. This is a list of both Marvel, DC, and are there any indies on here?
There's probably one or two, like Sandman. I mean, it's not technically indie, but
they don't have that on here. It's all Marvel and DC. That's fine. That'll work.
Okay.
But it is a comprehensive step-by-step list of all the release dates.
Okay.
We're going to predict right now, we're going to call it now, if these movies are going to be any good and maybe a little bit of exposition as to why we're for each one.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay. May 1st, 2015, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
It is.
There are trailers out for it right now.
They already look amazing.
It already looks great.
I'm getting a chub talking about how amazing they're going to be.
I'm not going to masturbate on camera, but I will masturbate off camera when this is done, thinking about it.
In the car on the
while watching the trailer. Let me see here. We've got, all right, that's an easy one.
Easy.
Done.
Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
good. We're going to see that movie. Approved.
Approved.
Pie approved. Let's see. July 17th, 2015. We've got Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. No matter what you feel about the character, I have 2 words for you that should make you see this movie. And they are Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, man.
Period.
That's Paul Rudd's playing Scott Lang.
And you could change those 2 words to Michael Douglas.
Dude, I was about to say Michael Douglas is Hank Pym.
Yeah, and it's going to be a combination. There's going to be some 60s stuff with a younger Hank Pym.
Yeah.
That's going to be like a spy story. They've released it. I can't recall. It's a relatively unknown.
Good.
But it looks good. Yeah, he looks good for the part. Yeah, I think it's definitely pumped about Ant-Man.
We've gone into this plenty on this podcast. August 7th, 2015, Fantastic Four. The Fox-produced Fantastic Four movie.
I will see it in theaters if I am held hostage. And I would probably be beaten enough that I won't recall the movie.
That's a good point.
And then I'll see it.
I will fight off my captors.
Yeah.
I will fight them off. Tony Stark style, I may end up creating an Iron Man suit to take out my captors, create an arc reactor, suddenly get much smarter than I am. I'm already drunk enough that I could be Tony Stark right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But no, right now, consensus on Fantastic Four.
Garbage.
It's going to be totally terrible.
Garbage.
Okay. February 12th, 2016. The Merc with the Mouth.
Merc with the Mouth. Deadpool. Look, I don't know how to feel about this right now.
I have an actual very strong opinion. Go ahead.
I don't trust Fox to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, the test footage they released
looks
amazing. If they make that a movie, it'll be one of the greatest things in cinema.
Okay, I'm putting this out there. The script. So there was a Deadpool movie script that leaked online many years ago.
Yeah.
I read it. I had it saved on my computer for years. I'm probably gonna get raided after this. Yeah. But I deleted it. It was an old computer. Sorry. But I read it, and the scene, that test footage scene, is the opening scene from that script.
Right.
So I've read the script. That's gonna be a good movie.
If it's that movie by the time they're done.
When they're done.
And that movie is R-rated.
I'll say this. Rob Liefeld, who created Deadpool, and we will have an entire episode dedicated to Rob Liefeld.
At some point in the future.
An entire episode. There's mixed feelings on that man. However, he did create Deadpool. And he was brought in to consult on the movie.
Look, here's my thing, is that test footage is R-rated.
Will you pay money to see Deadpool? On purpose.
If I get a solid trailer, and I'll be honest, after that test footage, it has to be R-rated.
Yeah.
If I get a PG-13 Deadpool, I will not pay money to go see it.
All right, that's a good point. It's a good point. All right.
I will not pay money
R-rated
to see
Deadpool
another
gets the
PG-13 Punisher. I will not pay money to see another PG-13 Punisher. If you're listening, Marvel, and I'm certain you are.
Yeah.
I will not pay money to see a PG-13
Shane Justice will not pay $13, $8 if it's a matinee.
No, man, and I have fans in the single digits.
Like,
who will rally.
You have, dude, I would say you have dozens of fans.
Would you say dozens?
Dozens of fans.
Dozens
of fans.
I might have a dozen fans. But they will also not see this based on my orders. It's more of a cult that I have than fans.
That's right. You hear that? Together, it's like it takes a nation of millions. We have like a nation of like 30 people that won't see the movie if
we have a small shanty town of dozens.
Take that, Marvel. Take it. Take that, Fox, really. Not Marvel. We love you, Marvel.
Yeah.
March 25th, 2016. Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice.
I'm most excited about this movie than any other comic book movie on the horizon. Maybe barring the ultimate Marvel team-up movie that will follow Avengers 3, where everyone that's been in a Marvel movie will come together to, I presume, fight Thanos.
Yes.
That I'm super pumped about,
That's
but it's
on here
years away.
somewhere.
It's years away.
We will get there.
And so I'm not super excited about that, as I am Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
Super huge DC fanboy. Aquaman looks amazing.
We're getting there.
Well, a lot of people are pissed that Aquaman is in this movie. The Flash is in this movie. Cyborg is in this movie. Wonder Woman is in this movie.
The Flash is in it?
Yeah.
So all the Justice League members are in this.
Are in it. But it's not, everybody's complaining, it's not a Justice League movie. I will guarantee you that those parts are cameos at best.
Yeah.
Where they show that there are other heroes in this universe that up until this point only has Superman.
Yeah.
That's all in this movie universe.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight crap is not involved in this universe. It's nothing but Man of Steel at this point.
Yep.
Underrated movie, by the way.
But Man of Steel, underrated movie.
But that's where I am with Dawn of Justice. Super pumped about it.
Take my money.
Yeah, take it.
Take my money.
Why don't you have my money yet?
Why I will prepay. Can I buy a ticket now?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Can I buy a ticket now? Yeah. I don't care if I have to work. I will take off. May 6, 2016. Captain America, Civil War.
Civil War. Until they got Spider-Man in this movie, I wasn't really that sold.
Yeah.
To be honest, and that's that says a lot for how I feel about this story, because if you're familiar with the Civil War story, then you know that Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, Captain America, split ways. Tony thinks that all superheroes need to be registered and not have secret identities. Captain America feels that that's not right. They've got a right to hide who they are and defend justice. And it was really a gripping storyline in the comics. The problem I had when they announced it was nobody in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has a secret identity.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who everyone is.
That is true. There are no secret identities.
Right. There are no secret identities at this point. And in the comic, Spider-Man was such a quintessential part of agreeing to take off his mask and tell everyone he was Peter Parker.
Yeah.
To kind of swinging things, into a direction. And he gets the Iron Spidey armor, which is one of my favorite Spider-Man costumes.
I really hope that happens.
It's got to.
It has to happen.
Yeah, there's no chance that doesn't happen.
Oh,
you have to sell movie toys.
Oh, I can't wait.
None better.
Oh my God.
But once they did the deal with Sony and landed Spider-Man, I'm 100% on board. Really, really hoping that the Punisher makes his way to this movie. I feel like he's kind of necessary. We'll see. We'll see. But I am pumped about it now that they have Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's our Punisher thing we brought up earlier. It would be, we're going to have Spider-Man in it. I would really like to see the Punisher in it.
Really like to see the Punisher. And that's an instance, I know I said I would not see a PG-13 Punisher movie.
You'd be fine with the
That's
PG-13.
Not a Punisher movie.
The Punisher is in a movie. You're fine with the Punisher being in a movie that's PG-13. It's not a Punisher movie.
Just like when Punisher is in a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah.
He's not gory.
Yeah, he's not.
He's still violent, to a degree. He's still Punisher, but there's not a lot of gory panels or anything because he's in a Spider-Man comic. When he has his own book, that shit better be bloody and guts all over the place because he's Punisher.
I always love the dynamic between Spider-Man and the Punisher, just for the fact that Spider-Man is philosophically completely against the way that the Punisher operates.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But the Punisher consistently is constantly saving Spider-Man.
Right.
He has saved Spider-Man's life more than just about anybody.
I would say probably more than anyone.
More than anyone. Saved his life.
He shows up in the
over and
most
over again.
random situations and saves Spider-Man.
Saves Spider-Man because he's like, you're the ultimate good guy. You're the one guy that there's no gray. You're a good guy.
And Punisher saved Archie.
Yeah, he
also
did. He saved Archie.
Yeah,
and
nice.
The rest of the Riverdale
and the rest
High
of the Riverdale High gang, which was nice.
Oh, Jughead. We've got May 27th. Oh wait, by the way, so Civil War, are they getting our money?
Yeah.
Yeah, take my
They're
money.
getting the money.
Yeah, take my money.
They were getting the money before they added Spider-Man.
MCU,
I just wasn't that
you're
pumped
doing
about
things
it.
right. If you're MCU,
so far so good.
So far so good. You're getting my money right now for an MCU movie.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. May 27th, the Fox made X-Men Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse.
Well, apparently they just have it on there as X-Men.
They may have shortened it, but initially they did release it was going to be Age of Apocalypse.
It might be, yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? No, I'm pumped about it. Days of the Future Past was solid. The tag at the end of the movie of Days of Future Past where they showed the apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
Him being the first mutant. Back in the Egyptian times and being revered as a god. That was really, really good.
Sabanur.
Yeah.
And the first mutant, and not only the first mutant, an Omega level mutant.
Right. An Omega level mutant. Like, just powerful mutant beyond all ideas of power that mutants can have. And, I'm pumped about it. Should be fantastic.
That'll be
Set
great.
in the 80s, which I'm also super excited about.
I'm really excited about that. Yeah, and that way they can have the younger Xavier and the younger the younger Magneto.
You can still have those. You can actually start introducing younger versions of some of the core old movies, your Cyclops, your Jean Greys. You can throw in somebody I really like that hasn't been seen, and I think will be in this movie, Dazzler.
Yeah.
I like Dazzler.
I love Dazzler, man. Dazzler's great.
Yeah, so I'm pumped about that. I hope they don't swap her out for Jubilee or some nonsense.
Oh, no.
Jubilation Lee is terrible.
Well,
yeah.
But worst thing about the 90s.
But yeah, X-Men Apocalypse will get my money.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
One sec. You're about to do another one? I'm just going to change this.
Change it out?
This card.
Oh, do we went a little
and we
over?
can end at Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Just because that's the entire next year.
It'll take me 30
Yeah.
seconds.
That's true, and then if we
And then
keep
we're
doing
getting
this
into
next year-
Untitled movies. Fantastic Four 2 is not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
Spider-Man co-produced, Marvel Studios co-produced Spider-Man film.
Yeah, which is going to happen.
Yeah. The only ones that are like official at this point are Thor Ragnarok, Justice League, The Flash,
Guardians 2 is official.
Guardians 2 is official.
Wonder Woman's official.
Yeah.
This is official. They just don't know what it's going to be yet.
So we just won't go into, like, there's
Yeah,
not...
2017, like, that can be a later episode.
Yeah.
Like next year, or something.
You'll do that next year. We'll do that
Again.
in March of next year, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully we're still doing this in March of next year. Okay. So where did we leave off?
Last one we did was Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we didn't say this, though. Wait, are we back on?
Yeah.
Okay. X-Men Apocalypse. Are they getting our money?
Oh, yeah, they're getting
Fox,
my money.
The Fox
they're getting
main
my money.
one?
Yeah, no, Days of Future Past was solid.
Past was solid.
Days of Future Past was
Okay.
solid. This looks good. They'll get my money unless I see a trailer that I'm like, wow, that looks like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only way.
Let's see here. And hopefully maybe we'll get some cable.
I'm not going to hold out, but hopefully we'll get some cable.
Like to see some cable.
Some forage.
Oh, yeah. Forge and cable, man. Yeah. We have got August 5th, 2016, Suicide Squad.
Take my money yesterday.
Take my money yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait. Man, I almost cried when they released their movie schedule and they were like, Batman vs. Superman will be followed by fucking Suicide Squad. I'm pumped about the casting.
They were smart. They kind of took one off of... I really think that they looked at what Marvel did with Guardians, and Guardians is, I think, the second most successful Marvel movie. And I think they said, oh, we don't have to use an A-list team. We could use a fan favorite.
Guardians actually might have U.S. I don't think so worldwide, but I think U.S. it may have passed Avengers.
Really?
I think it may be the
Guardians
most
is
successful.
amazing. Guardians
It's
of the
fantastic.
Galaxy is a great movie.
Fantastic.
Hey, there we go. We didn't wait. Sidetrack. Throwback real quick. Guardians of the Galaxy. Overrated, underrated?
Oh, no. Honestly, everyone loves it, and it's probably underrated.
Yeah, there you go.
That movie's amazing.
It is. That movie
It's fantastic.
It's the opposite of... where everyone hates it and it's overrated. What
was that?
X-Men Origins. Oh,
no.
Wolverine.
Yeah, X-Men
Origins.
Wolverine.
Yeah, everyone hates it
It's
and
the
it's
anti,
overrated.
yeah.
It's the opposite.
Everyone loves it, and it's underrated.
And it's underrated.
And it's my favorite cinematic movie to date.
Yeah.
I liked it more than Avengers. I liked it more than Cap 2, which I loved.
Oh, yeah, Captain America Winter Soldier was amazing.
Amazing.
All right.
But Suicide
Squad, take my money.
Take my money yesterday. The cast looks fantastic.
Jared Leto is the
Jared
Joker.
Leto is the Joker, man.
I'm a little weary of it.
Yeah,
but
no.
okay.
I feel like he's earned the shot, especially just watch Dallas Buyers Club again and give his acting ability a chance.
Okay.
And I like Will Smith as
Deadshot.
Okay. I do. I think he'll be fine. I think Will Smith can play that character because he's not going to be Hitch.
Yeah.
He's not coming into Deadshot as Hitch.
I would like him to say "Welcome to Earth" at some point.
Look, we'll
Welcome
see.
to Earth.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see. We've got October 7th, 2016, Gambit. The Fox-made Gambit movie starring Channing Tatum.
Yeah, no.
No, not getting your money.
I doubt it.
I
I sincerely doubt it. I would have to see just some mind-blowing trailer
It would have to
where
be
I'm like,
really
holy
good.
shit, that looks way better than
We
anything
might be
I
wrong.
thought.
Look at that. We might be wrong about any of these.
Any of them.
Some of these movies we think might be great may end up being crap.
Maybe terrible. I don't foresee it. But, I mean, that's why it's an opinion.
That's
how I feel.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, it's just your opinion, man.
And last one. Oh, yeah. So Gambit, probably not getting the money, but we'll see.
I doubt
if
it. There's
they
time. There's time for them to sway my opinion.
Okay.
We'll start seeing some trailers with these summer movies that we go see.
That's true.
And yeah, and I'll figure it out from there.
November 4th, 2016. We're going to leave off with this one.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
All day.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters in Marvel anyway. I love the casting. There's so much about this movie I'm pumped about, man. I like the cosmic stuff in Marvel Comics a little more than I like their grounded stuff.
Yeah.
I know most people are kind of flipped on that, but I really do. I like the Inhumans. I like Guardians. I like Defenders. I like Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I really like all that stuff. So I'm pumped about Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch.
How can you go wrong?
You can't go wrong. Benedict Cumberbatch. And for those, Doctor Strange, I like how he was originally known as Master of the Dark Arts, but now he's the Sorcerer Supreme. But he's the Sorcerer Supreme at the Eye of Agamotto, and I also am really interested to see how Tony Stark ends up reacting to Doctor Strange.
Right. Well, and it's have they confirmed the villain for Strange?
They haven't, but it's got to be either Dormammu, in my opinion. If it's not Dormammu or Baron Mordo, you fucked up.
Unless it's Mandarin.
For Doctor Strange?
Yes. That has happened many times. Many times.
It's got to be Dormammu.
It's probably Dormammu.
It's got to be Dormammu.
I'm giving you that it's probably Dormammu. And I don't know if we'll ever really end up getting the Mandarin, even though they tried to erase the travesty that was Iron Man 3, overrated.
Iron Man 3, good action movie.
Oh, Iron Man 3 was the best Lethal Weapon 5 it could have been. And Shane Black movie where you have the entire last half of the movie is a black guy and a white guy making wisecracks as they fire guns at the enemies coming at them. It was the entire ending of Iron Man 3. And it was Lethal Weapon.
It's Lethal Weapon 5.
It was Lethal Weapon 5.
I would have loved if Don Cheadle had been like, I'm getting too old
No,
for this shit,
I
Tony.
said that while I was watching the movie. I was like, I swear to God, he's going to say I'm getting too old for this shit. Like, I swear he's about to say it. And not to mention all the terrible things they did with the Mandarin in that movie.
Yeah. Good actor. I mean, fucking Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley's spot on. And for what they wanted him to do in the movie, he nailed it. I mean, he did a fine job.
You can't hate the actor.
Right. No. You can't hate him. He didn't write it. It was just garbage. And then they tried to fix it with the little short film. And it's fine. They at least said, okay, actually, Mandarin really does exist.
Yeah.
With the short. If you haven't seen it, I forget what it's called, but look it up. It's good. It at least erases
It was
that
in the DVD.
horrible thing.
And that's it for that's
Yeah,
it.
I think that'll wrap it up.
2016's comic book movies, and we're excited about those. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for the next issue.
And stay tuned for the next issue.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do 12 of these a year and an annual.
Oh yeah. Double-sized annual.
Double-sized annual.
Double-sized annual.
Might have some guests.
We'll definitely we'll rotate some people in and out.
Rotate them in and out.
There's a lot of good comics and just general geeks that have a lot of knowledge that could bring stuff to the table. Artists, that we know that we can have on.
We got a couple.
Yeah.
Couple up our sleeve.
Couple up our sleeve. A few little
good.
hidden things.
So stay tuned to Can't Afford Cable for all of your fanboy needs. As we said earlier, I am Patrick Cunningham.
I'm Shane Justice. And we got to go save the day.
Let's go save the day.
All right.
That's Indiana Jones. I don't know. Copyrighted Indiana Jones.